What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, looks like the SPC is doubling down on this large 30% risk. There are still more than 50 million people, like 50 million people under a severe weather risk for Friday. Basically going from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all the way down to near Lufkin, Texas, and all the way east of Cincinnati to west of Kansas City right there. So, yeah, this is a very large area of a 30% risk, and the reason there's such a large area, well, there's two reasons. First reason is there's still some uncertainty on how bad it's going to be in one area, and the other reason is there was a lot of wind shear in this entire area, and even though the Cape's not impressive, which we'll get to later, the shear absolutely is, and we'll show you what's going on with that. But first, we're going to show you what's going on with the Day 4 discussion right here. A complex forecast scenario remains for Day 4 Friday with a large area of severe potential expected from the Arklatex into the mid-Mississippi Valley, eastward into portions of Ohio and the Tennessee valleys. A strong mid to upper trough. Okay. That's basically some more of the technical terms right there. A strong cold front attended with the low will sweep across the region, while a strong southerly low-level flow transports 60s surface dew points northward across the Midwest ahead of the front. That's going to be important. And speaking of which, the North American model is now far enough out to really show you what's potentially going to be going on with this. And I want to go ahead and first show you the Southern Great Plains with this, because what's going to happen is the moist air advection is going to start overnight on Thursday and then continue into Friday. And as that cold front and dry line start to impact it, it basically moves that moist air advection eastward until basically until 7 o'clock Friday Central Time right there. And that's basically the last we have. So there's going to be a very powerful moist air advection right here. And this is what we got right here. In fact, this is just as the storms are starting right here. We are looking at basically temperatures into the mid-60s in St. Louis, higher 50s in Chicago. So definitely something going on right there. Let's go ahead and show you the relative humidity with this as well. The relative humidity just east of St. Louis is going to be in the 80s to 90s, and that's what's going to really, the reason is because of the temperature and the dew point and everything like that, and that's what's really going to be fueling these storms. It's going to be a warm air advection as well as a moist air advection that goes on as well, because if you take a look in areas like St. Louis now, it's basically it's 39 degrees, 30 in Chicago. By the end of this, boom, it jumps up by about almost 30 degrees, and that happens between Thursday and Friday. So that's what's really going to be fueling this system right here. According to the Storm Prediction Center, higher moisture quality and instability will reside further south from Arklatex to the Tennessee Valley vicinity. Convection will likely develop by late morning along the cold front into Arklatex vicinity. Okay, that's pretty much what we're looking at right there. Some details, keep this in mind, some details remain uncertain, including the amplitude of the trough, the quality of the northward moisture return, and destabilization over the Midwest. Now, this is what is kind of interesting to me. If we take a look at the Cape right here, this is the surface-based Cape right here. The Cape is really not that impressive across the Midwest. Like, at most, it gets up to, 850 joules per kilogram, which isn't really that impressive for the massive amount of potential severe weather we're getting. The most unstable Cape is a little bit larger of an area right there. The most unstable Cape, if we take a look at this, there's an area that's almost cracking 2,000 in this case. I want to take a look at the sounding real quickly to see if this Cape is starting to reaches the ground or not. No, it really doesn't. So there's definitely potential for severe weather, but it's just, the Cape's not that kind of unstable Cape is not really reaching the ground. What is reaching the ground is the shear. And I want to show you something real quickly. We have this supercell composite right here, and the shear starts to ramp up a little bit as time continues to go on right here. We're starting to look at some shear. This is just outside of Chicago right here. And if we take a look at this real quickly, I need to show you something because we're seeing some potentially directional stuff going on with this. You can see directional shear going on with this as well. Some of it potentially reaching 100 knots right there. So definitely a situation that we need to pay attention to. So basically, if we take a look at the SRH as well, The SRH is quite extreme. The surface to 1 kilometer here is around 537. Surface to 3 kilometer is 702. And this is 3.5 days out, ladies and gentlemen. If this keeps it up, as well as the shear being 50 knots and 62 knots at 1 and 3 kilometers, yeah, we're going to see quite a lot of tornadoes with this, and if that directional shear gets a little bit better, we could see a potentially bad tornado outbreak across the Midwest with this. However, it is still a little too early to really judge this. We just know that the Cape isn't really that impressive, but the shear absolutely will be, with some values cracking 100 knots at 6 kilometers. But yeah, that's all the information we have for you today right now. We'll continue to update you as we get more data. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.